Hi, I'm Sarah from Canine Companions. Welcome and thank you for joining me today. Today I wanted to talk about a piece of equipment that all of us use, and that's your leash. Most people these days seem to buy these leashes made from man-made fiber. They come in pretty colors. You can get patterns on them like doggy paw prints that are cute, little bones, flowers, what have you. And they're perfectly good leashes in many ways. But I actually prefer a leather leash, and I'll tell you why. With these ones, first of all, they can be really bulky. And I've had clients who've had small hands. They have trouble managing these leashes because if you want to control the length of your leash, what you have to do is accordion it. And if you've got small hands, that can really add up quickly to something that becomes quite uncomfortable to hold. If also, like me, you have a little bit of arthritis in your hands, a big leash like this that's bulky can be a little bit more difficult to manage just because of the bulk. The other reason I'm not so keen on these man-made fabrics is that if I'm walking my dog on a loose leash and for whatever reason he decides to bolt and I automatically grab the leash to hold him back, if I've got a big strong dog, which is what these are often used for, there's a good chance that that dog is actually going to keep pulling and the leash is going to slide through my hands like this. And it hurts. These kinds of leashes can give you a burn that you will never forget. You do it once, you won't do it again, I promise you. Talking from experience there. So why do I prefer a leather leash? If I look at the size of this leash, it's narrow. It's also really flexible. This leash is close to 20 years old. They just soften with age. They can be a little bit stiff when you first get them, but they just soften really, really nicely. I have Belgian Shepherds. This is a perfectly adequate size. I would use this if I had a Rottweiler. They're strong. If I accordion the leash to control the length, it's narrow and it's comfortable for me to hold. Again, clients with smaller hands, you may find this more comfortable. And as I said, if like me you have some arthritis in your hands, this is also more manageable. The other thing that's nice about these is if you do what I just told you, you're probably going to do at some point and your dog pulls and you grab the leash and you've got a big strong dog at the end of the leash and it pulls through your hand, you don't get a burn. So they're way more comfortable. Leather leashes can be a little difficult to find. They don't seem to sell them in pet supply stores much, and they are a little more expensive. They seem to be going for about 45 Canadian right now. Having said that, as I said, this leash is 20 years old, it's perfectly good. I expect to use it for another 20 years. I get mine from a local saddle maker. There may be a leather worker that you can find. Or you can order them online from more specialist pet supply places, although then you have to pay for postage, which can be expensive. So look around for a saddle maker or a leather worker, see if you can get yourself a leather leash. I highly recommend them. Thank you for joining me, and I'll talk to you again soon.